Guys, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to work or how to do project number 2, which is the color theory. So um on the website on the web for the class, you guys are gonna find this new project, which is project number 2, color theory patterns, right? And then um we're gonna have now these three options. We're gonna select project brief. Again, you guys can download the project brief. The project resources, now uh, it's just one link, which is gonna take you right here. So the first thing that I want you to do is to, well, this is just for you as reference. Um, but these two folders, I mean files are the ones that I want you to download. So we're gonna click right here to download the first one, and then it's gonna download, and then we're gonna go ahead and download the 3DM, which is the Rhino file. Okay, I'm gonna download them. Then I'm gonna go to my downloads, and they should appear right here. So one of them it's an Illustrator template, and then the second one it's a Rhino file. So let's go ahead and open both of them so we can see. So well, on the Illustrator file, you guys are gonna see this. This is a template. This is the template that I want you to use, right? So you guys are gonna see, I mean, color theory, parametric patterns. We can change this name to whatever you guys want. In this case, I'm just gonna leave it as patterns. And then you guys are gonna notice this monochromatic, and then you guys are gonna have 9 squares. Analogous, and then you guys are gonna have 9 squares. Complementary 9, and so on. This is very important, guys. Down here, I want you to change this information. Of course, it's gonna designer is gonna be you. Arch 1308, graphics 2, parametric patterns, and this should be summer 26. So this is basically the template for the Illustrator file. Okay, then we're gonna go to this file right here. So your final presentation, your final board, it's gonna be 36 inches by 43. And um this grid that you guys see right here matches exactly this one right here, which I'm gonna show you right now how to do it, how to export it, right? So now the first thing that I want you to do, guys, is you guys are gonna see this little guy right here, right? Which is, if you measure it, so distance, if you type distance and just measure before, I'm sorry, pause. Let me go ahead and select my ortho, OSNAP. I want end, near, point, mid, intersect, perpendicular, and that's it. I believe you, in your case, this is Rhino 8. I'm sorry, guys. This is Rhino 8, but I think in your case, you guys are gonna find this guys down here. So whenever you turn on the OSNAP, they're gonna appear right here. These are the ones that we need. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the combo, which is gonna give you, oh, I'm sorry, this is locked. Just gonna unlock them. So it's gonna give you this guy right here, which is gonna allow you to move things around. Okay, so if I type distance, then enter, and then snap on this corner, and then on the other one, this is 3 inches. So this is 3 inches by 3 inches. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start doing everything. So let me go ahead and make this tab a little bit bigger. So project B, well, project B or base is this guy right here. So dimensions are the red ones, the 3 by 3 base. And now I'm gonna go ahead and create a new layer, and then I'm gonna name it layer or pattern instead. The pattern, and then I'm gonna change the color just so I can see it better. I'm gonna click, and then just double click right there to select that. So guys, now what I want you to do is I want you to go online and look for a pattern. In this case, I just Google pattern black and white, and this is the one that I'm gonna do, just because it looks super easy to do. So right click, save image as, and then just save it somewhere safe. If you are if you have a flash drive, personal computer, whatever, just make sure you save it somewhere safe where you have access to it. So I'm just gonna click save right here. But in your case, um, image. The command is gonna be image. So you guys are gonna select your image, and then it's gonna ask you to select the first corner. So in my case, I'm gonna put it right here. Remember, this uh this black square is my reference one. It's my reference square. So I'm just gonna click on one of the corners and then to the opposite one, so it fills out the whole rectangle, right? So what I'm gonna do, guys, is now I'm just gonna start tracing my image. So before I do that, I'm sorry, I'm gonna create a new layer. This is gonna be my pattern. I'm sorry. Uh, Image, right? And then I'm gonna select the image, go down here, and click on image. So that way I'm gonna move this onto my image layer. Okay, so I'm gonna lock it. Then I'm gonna lock my 3x3 base, and then I'm gonna start doing my pattern. So since this is a pattern, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create I'm gonna create a polygon. I'm sorry. I'm gonna create a polygon, which is going to be, I want it to be 6 sides. Enter. Sorry, number of sides. 6. Enter. And then I wanna pick the center point, right? And then just gonna make it right there. Right there is fine. Just make sure you guys, well, you guys are gonna trace this the best way you guys can. Okay, so in my case it happens, it is a it's I'm sorry, it's an hexagon. So I'm just gonna create an hexagon. So I'm gonna turn off the image, so just I can align this guy right here with the actual 3x3. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna click right here and then just snap it to the line, and then I'm gonna rotate it. So rotate, and then I'm just gonna make sure it's touching right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn on uh, my image again, and then I'm gonna trace it. This doesn't have to be perfect, guys. So I'm just gonna do so again. I'm just gonna start tracing, right? So I'm just gonna trace it like this, and then what I'm gonna do, guys, is once I have this, since this is a pattern, it's gonna make it easier for me just to copy and paste it like many times. Right? So copy and then paste it right next to it, something like that. Then I'm gonna do the same thing now right here. And now that I have this, I'm just gonna go ahead and paste it down here. And then if you guys notice, I'm missing some of them right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select one of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select one of them and then just copy it. Just copy it. So from here to here, and then I want it to be right there and right there, just to fill up those empty spaces. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just copy it up here, 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 and here. So once you guys have that, then if you notice, we're gonna have some art, some line work outside the reference square. So I'm gonna unlock it. gonna go ahead and type trim, select my black or my square, my base, and then enter, and then we're just gonna select everything that is outside of this guy right here. If you guys notice, it didn't delete these ones. Why? Because they're not touching or intersecting this guy right here. So I'm just gonna delete them. So again, trim, select the current object. In this case, is my rectangle, and then enter, and then we just go ahead and delete everything else. Okay, so again, enter. Again, trim, enter, and then we just want to select everything that is outside the little box, and then we go ahead and delete this, and then one more time, trim, enter, and then we're just gonna delete this, right? And then we select this, and this. And that's it. That's all you need, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock this guy back again. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not creating 81 different patterns. I'm just creating one, but I'm gonna use it 81 different times using different color palettes and different color techniques. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick again. Just make sure the project uh the project base, or project board, which is the purple lines are locked, and then the 3 by 3 base is locked as well. Dimensions, and we can lock them again. Then I'm gonna select everything. If you notice, just because the 3 by 3 base is locked, it's not gonna select it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy, enter, and then I'm gonna select one corner as the reference point. So it's the top right. So I'm gonna move it to the top right. And then I'm just gonna start copying these guys. Okay, guys, so you guys are gonna copy this onto all 81 squares. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video right now, and then I'm gonna finish this, and then whenever I come back, I'm gonna show you how to export this into Illustrator. Okay, guys, once you copy the pattern um onto the onto the 81. Okay, guys, so once you copied the pattern onto the 81 squares, then you guys should have something like this. So the next part is I'm just gonna export the project board layer. So I'm gonna unlock it, and then my pattern. Those are the only two layers that I'm gonna export. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and select everything, and then file, export selected. Again, you guys should save this on a folder that you have access to. Okay, so it's gonna be just my, I don't know, I'm just gonna name it pattern. I'm sorry. So pattern bits. And then make sure this is a Adobe Illustrator, and then save. Now we're okay. Preserve, this is very important. Preserve model units. You guys want 1 inch equals to 1 inch, and then just hit OK. Then I'm gonna go head over to my Illustrator, right? Then File, Open. I'm gonna look for the pattern base. And then what I'm gonna do, guys, is please make sure um go to layers, and then click on these 3 lines, and then make sure base remembers layers is checked. So if you go back, make sure you have a check mark right next to this option right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select everything. You can select everything by creating a window selection, or you can click on this little circle, shift, and then the second one, and then Control C to copy, and Control V to paste it. Okay, so this is what we want. Now we just need to align these guys. So do not unselect anything. We wanna keep it selected, right? So when now we're gonna move this little guy right here. So we want it to align to the actual canvas. So it's gonna snap. You're gonna see. You're gonna know exactly when it snaps. So it should be, well, let me move it right right there. Right there is one. Okay, so now everything is gonna be aligned, right? So this is what you want. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and lock my title box and title block, and then I'm gonna delete just the outer frame of my project board. And then again, guys, same thing as we did before. So the project board, this one right here, are the purple lines. Remember, we don't want those anymore. So I'm just gonna delete them, right? Click OK. I'm sorry. Let's undo that. So Control Z to undo it. So we actually want those. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and create the make 2D. Remember? So we select the first one, select the project board, shift, select or click on the pattern, and then Alt, hold it, and then drag them down to create the paint layer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lock this. And same thing as we did before, guys. So on my copy, I'm gonna select that and I'm gonna click on the outline, and I don't want anything there. So make sure this has the diagonal red line. And then on this one, I want the same thing. So click right there and then click right here. Perfect. That's what we want. Now I'm gonna select everything, right? Remember, you should have this 4 layer slot. So I'm gonna go ahead and select everything and then Control Group or Control G and then Object, Light Paint, and then Make. Just click Continue, right? And now remember everything move to the layer that you guys had selected. In this case, it was this one, so I can go ahead and delete the bottom one. And then I'm gonna name this paint. And now I can start painting. So again, let me go ahead and change this color. So pattern, let's do a black outline. Same thing with my project board. You want it to be black, right? Just to keep it simple. And then you guys should have something like this. So now let's lock them and then paint, and we can start painting, right? So you guys can start actually painting this. Okay, so this is what you guys want. Okay, so let's say that I want this like that, and then maybe this one, right? So one more thing, guys. Remember, or yeah, just remember, right here you guys have the monochromatic, analogous, complementary, uh split complementary, triadic, tetradic, palette, gold and warm, and square. So these color schemes, we're gonna go over those during class. So let's say that for this one, the monochromatic one, let's say that you guys want to do a monochromatic palette. Well, you guys should have a monochromatic palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a new layer. I'm gonna name it palette, palette. Then I'm gonna create a little rectangle, just like this, right? And then I'm gonna make a copy of it. So I'm sorry. So select the rectangle, uh, press Alt and hold it, and then just drag it down. and then drag it down again. You guys should have at least 3 colors, but no more than 5. So I'm just gonna do 5. I'm gonna do 4. So you guys should have at least 3 colors, but no more than 5 for each one of the schemes. So I'm doing the monochromatic, right? So I'm gonna leave this as it is, but for this one, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Then on this one, I'm gonna go even lighter. And then on this one, I'm gonna do something super dark, right? So now the idea, guys, is that you guys find using only these 4 colors, or like as many colors as you want, the number of colors that you guys are gonna use. In my case, I'm gonna use 4. The idea is that you guys use only those colors to find 9 different ways to paint these guys right here. So you have 9 different squares that you should be able to paint with only using those colors on the color palette. So now, so once you finish this, then we go to analogous. Then you guys are gonna create your analogous palette, and then you guys are gonna paint this 9. Okay, and once you guys finish, you guys should have a collection of 81 um different squares, different patterns, colored in different ways using the um this schematic, or yeah, this color techniques, monochromatic, analogous, and so on. Okay, so that's it, guys.